Hello everybody. So another query that I've commonly got is with regards to internships in the field of psychology and internships at Christ, to be more precise, because Christ does not offer internships. There are very few departmental projects that's happening. You can collaborate. You can they have these short-term interns that they take up, but that's also depending on the work, like if it's there or not. But when it comes to clinical internships, we don't have that at college, so we have to seek them outside. Whether you're looking at internships in a BSc level or you're looking at it in a MA or an MSc level or a BA level in psychology, it's very, very, very important that you actually do a lot of research about the place that you're getting into. Like, I'll be very honest, people keep asking me which internship site do I trust, which clinic do I trust this hospital, are they just fleecing me off money, are they going to do anything for me? So these are questions that you have to ask yourself. Suppose your area of interest is clinical. For instance, mine is clinical. So when I was looking up for hospitals, when I was looking at a place that I want to intern at, I kind of did a thorough background research on the entire department in that place of psychiatry, of psychology there. So the first thing is, do your research about the place that you're planning to intern at. Second thing, please go for internships where they pay you, and even if they don't pay you anything, but they don't take money from you. I think that's again something that you will have to, if you want to waste your money, then there, of course, there are a lot of places that will just take money from you, and that might not even, and you might be just observing things. So make sure that even if you're paying somebody, mostly try to get paid. It is possible. You have to keep looking up opportunities online on these various this Indian there are websites. I think there's this Indian Association of Clinical Psychologists. There's this Indian Association of Psychologists. So all of these pages, you can follow them. There are also a page called Career Opportunities on LinkedIn that I came across. There's Indeed. There are so many different platforms, Internshala, where you can actually find internships where they pay you. You kind of get some kind of remuneration, something in return, and you're not paying them. So kind of do your background research before you start working in an organization, because make sure that they are not... and this is something you have to be mindful of, that you're not being exploited wherever you're working, because firstly they're taking money, then they're taking a lot of work off you. So where are you benefiting here? You're benefiting nowhere. So kind of try to get into places where you're actually being paid for the services that you're providing. And even if you're just interning and observing, please don't pay anywhere. So that's one advice that I can give you, that you have to do your thorough research before you actually apply to a place. The second advice that I'll give you is, the second thing is the authenticity of the institute that you're working under. Now, this is not a small thing. It's very important that the place that you're working under is authentic, right? Like, it's just some random name and it's there on LinkedIn and it's there on YouTube and it's there on Instagram, and you go ahead and do it. Make sure that the practitioners who are taking these internships for you are certified themselves. If it's a clinical psychology internship, the person has to carry an RCI license of a clinical psychologist. Otherwise, he or she cannot call themselves a clinical psychologist, and they cannot practice as one and take you as their interns. So make sure that is the first and foremost thing that is done. And if it's counseling, then of course they have to do their masters in counseling, and if they've done their PhD, great, but that's not mandatory. They have to have a degree in counseling where they've done their masters from a UGC recognized board. So you see that these are the two things with which you get to know who are these people that you're working under. How much work have they done? How authentic is their work? So do that background research before getting and joining any internship that comes your way online, right? Third, and the most important thing, an internship is not a place where they dump all your work on their work on you, and you just sit and do it. Internship is a place where you learn, where you get a practical exposure, where you get academic exposure, where you get exposure as a clinician. So you should be able to get that exposure. Yes, of course, it is unethical in a lot of places that, they might not allow you to go there, see patients, take cases. That's completely fine. That is based on the hospital or the clinic rules. But if they're just giving you working like, make posters for us, make content for us, that's not a clinical psychology internship, or that's not a psychology internship. At least observership is what you should be allowed. So the kind of role that they give you, focus on that as well. It's very important to do a role that is going to benefit you at the end of the day. Imagine paying for an internship and writing, making some posters for them. That is not your job. Making presentations, posters is not your job as a psychology intern, especially on a master's level. So when you see a place doing something like that, put your foot down and don't complain about the place. I don't know how to go about that. That's up to you. But don't take up those kind of internships, because it has to be a give and take. So these are the three things you should keep in mind when you're searching for an internship related to psychology or healthcare. And if you have any other queries, any other questions, you can always reach out to me. But yes, follow this mantra to get a good internship where you get experience and you also don't get looted. Thank you.